This man speaks nonsense.
This is baby.
Don't mind me.
What is up, VOD people? Welcome to you're VOD people. I was like, wait, yeah, because I haven't done a video game today. I didn't play any video games. I did a trivia, and now we're doing a bracket. It took me a sec to realize. This is a Weirdo Wednesday stream to make up for no Thanksgiving stream. We are doing a bracket of all of the protagonists from regular patch streams. Not all of them, but a lot. Shout out to the chat and chiefly Dot yesterday, who made a big list of most of the characters we've ever played as. We actually got into like the 80s, and we brought it down to 64. Chiefly, we wanted to have no one-offs, but then to get it to 64, we had to include some one-off characters. So it's mostly characters that we played as multiple times for like a series-long playthrough. With some exceptions, though. I think they're decent and worthy exceptions, however. Okay, so yeah, let's establish our parameters. Dot is also going to run some polls for us. I don't think we'll need one for this first matchup here. But should it be how you guys vote? It could just be that. And I can just talk about the characters as you vote. I could be the final say on who goes through. Whether it's how much I like them personally or how much I think they contributed to the stream culture. I don't think it really matters for this matchup. I should have veto power. Okay, maybe I get 3 vetoes, or is that too many? I kind of like that. I kind of like that it's up to the chat and that I get 3 vetoes, so I can just fuck you guys over whenever I want. I can make it so Charlie wins. I love the veto idea. I'm enamored with that. 3 vetoes. I think it's listen, it's however the hive mind votes, okay? I think the polls will start mattering more towards the Sweet 16 territory, probably. I will say, I did seed this by my personal preference, so my more favored characters are the higher seeds, the 1 seeds, and then as we get down to 16, they're characters that I don't quite like as much. So that's my sense of it. Now, just because, Chris is beneath Jack Skellington, I think I enjoy Deltarune as a whole more than any Nightmare Before Christmas stuff. But as a guy, I think Jack Skellington is giving me a little bit more than Chris. Sorry to say. Chris, don't talk so much. But he is pretty intriguing. But we're not talking about that yet. We're talking about Sora versus Charlie Bucket. We must voice crack ourselves. It's actually quite close. Sora with 53% and Charlie Bucket with 47%. So, okay. It's the gap is widening now. If you're lurking, you gotta vote. Otherwise, you can get Charlie Bucket beating Sora in the first round. God, that was a legendary one. Holy fuck. What's up, Z? Okay, let's just put Sora through. All right, we got it. Sounds good. Next up, Jack Skellington versus Chris Deltarune. This one's actually kind of tougher for me, even though I did, I said Jack Skellington is more interesting, but if we're talking about, what the character represents, it's okay, what does Jack represent at the end of the day? That's right, Sylla Blossom. Like I care that Jack Skellington is, I'm the fucking king of Halloween and I'm having a midlife Christmas depression. Whereas Chris is this vessel, this storyteller of no words for a really, deep and meaningful story, at least so I would assume, even though we're only halfway through Deltarune. I think it's going to something very meaningful and poignant. Even throughout the first few chapters, it's felt very consequential to me. Chris is winning right now, and I don't feel passionately enough about this one, even though it's a 9 over the 8, to, use a veto. Also, thank you, Mango, for the 100 bits. Looks like Chris is gonna win. I don't mind that. And for the record, Jack Skellington we played as on 3 separate occasions. Well, 1 occasion across 2 parts. We played the GBA Nightmare Before Christmas game. Sorry for the bonk. I don't remember what it was called. I think it was maybe just the Pumpkin King. And then we did a one-off of Oogie's Revenge on PS2. I did quite like Jack with the Soul Robert. That was pretty fun. But Chris, I've been, I first streamed Deltarune back in 2021. when Deltarune chapters come out, it's kind of like a nice little benchmark for the streams, you know, as a reminder to the early days. It's always fun to check up in on Chris and see how he's doing. So, sorry, how they're doing. I think probably the only non-binary character on the bracket. Actually, no, Sporjabib is another one. Alright, next up, we have Jimmy / Hikaru from Ape Escape 2. What's up, Punkit? Versus Charmy B from Sonic Heroes is chiefly where we played as Charmy. Now, here's the thing. I vastly prefer Ape Escape 2 over any Sonic media I've ever played. I do think Charmy is slightly charming, for lack of a better word. Although I prefer him in Shadow the Hedgehog, where you're not actually playing as him, but where he, you know, tells Shadow that he's so cool. And for the record, it's Jimmy / Hikaru because I grew up with the American localization of Ape Escape 2, where the character was Jimmy, but the Japanese, and for some reason the European, calls him Hikaru. So I don't know why, but that's the only version that exists on the that existed rather on the PS4 store. Now it is like this buggy, unplayable mess. Even if you're using an American PlayStation, you have to get the European version of Ape Escape 2 if you buy it on PS4 store. So they call me Karu. Let's see. Charmy is crushing, but this might be my first of 3 vetoes. I might have to do it. I mean, okay, is Jimmy as a character, like, that interesting? No, but again, he represents a game that is, like, in my top 20. He's just kind of like a generic anime boy. He's even got, like, the Band-Aid on his nose. He's not really as... I don't know, he's not as good as Spike from the game prior, but he is voiced by Veronica Taylor, and it's cool because it's like, at least in the American version, in the European version he's not, but in the American version he's got Ash's voice, and then Natalie, or Natsumi, has Misty's voice, so it's like a little Pokemon mini reunion, and I quite like that. So Charmy won 62-38, but this might have to be my first of 3 vetoes. I think it might be that, Brian. Like, really, does Charmy have shooters? Are all of the Sonic characters just gonna get a blowout? Should I save my vetoes? I probably should. I don't... See, here's the thing. I don't remember what the matchups are. I made this bracket at, like, noon, and I already don't remember what the matchups are. Like, I vaguely know where they're seated, but I don't know who's up against who, because I would just take a name, Control F a number, and plop the name in. I'm wasting the veto on Jimmy. Sorry. Okay, that's 1 down. I got 2 left. Alright, next up, Rayman versus Big the Cat. 2 purple fellas, kind of fortuitous. Please, God, don't make me use a second veto, because I love Rayman. I played Rayman 3 Hoodlum Havoc back in 2021. Nobody watched it. I think some of the VOD episodes on the second channel have, like, downwards of 80 views, maybe. I don't hate Big the Cat. I think he's kind of fun. He's a big, dumb dope. It's a little, you know, refreshing change of pace from usual Sonic fare. But, like, his Adventure 1 campaign is trash. In Sonic Heroes, he's fine. Although he tends to cut off Amy and Cream when they're speaking, and that's very anti-WHM. Oh my god, Big is crushing. I'm gonna have to use my second veto. Rayman's so cool, and he's actually, like, fun in Rayman 3. Like, that's the most fun he is in any of his games, I think. And I just think he's, like, such a badass design. Oh, don't make me do it. You're burning through my vetoes. I can't allow it. Like, it would just drive me nuts. Strategic veto bombing the Sonic characters. Yeah, for sure. I don't know who Titus is up against. It's probably... Okay, there's no way... Oh, Esper, Kazoo, 1-50. I'd love to do a Kazoo because, starting tomorrow, I guess starting Saturday, the Kazoo list is being taken over by Christmas songs, so this is the last day that you can be free of it. Oh, just send Dot the bracket link? Well, pick a Kazoo, too. I want to do one. I'll send this to Dot. It should be anyone who sees it, or anyone who has the link can view it. Where's Dot? Here you go. 23, okay. Let me pause the encounter. Okay. See, this'll hit for the Cage fans, I know it. That's right. It's Sugar, comma, We're Going Down by Fall Out Boy, 2005. Right, so I'm burning my veto to advance Rayman. It's not gonna be... He's not gonna die in pools to Big the Cat, alright? That's just not how it goes for my boy. My most wanted Smash character, one of my most wanted sequels, period. I'm praying for a real Rayman 4 in the Rayman 2 or 3 style. Put this right there. Hello? Sorry, I'm putting my kazoo song in the spreadsheet. Okay. Yeah, burning my second veto right now. Next, we have Emily Davis from Until Dawn versus Sonic the Hedgehog, who, yes, I seeded at 11. Well, I'm not wasting a veto if you guys want to advance Sonic. I think Emily is so fun. I think she actually has a nice little arc in Until Dawn. Okay, so Emily Davis is the character who slaps the Nominee voiced character and says, "Understand the palm of my hand, bitch." Yeah. So I like her a lot. But, you know, Sonic the Hedgehog, you know, 30-plus years history, video game icon, has 2 maybe good games. Witch feminist. Yeah, Sonic is winning, but it's kind of close. If any Emily stands, any fans of women want to vote for Emily, that'd be great. She doesn't slap the Nominee character? Oh, yeah, you're right. She slaps, I can't remember her name. The Nominee character is Jessica. Emily slaps the one that has a crush on the guy with the glasses. Ashley, thank you. Yikes. Those Until Dawn and Corey names are rough. Alright, well, I'm fine. I mean, I'm not, but I'm not using a veto to save Emily. Sorry. Twitch literally tampered with your vote. You tried to vote for Emily and it went towards Sonic. Yeah, my friends in the Green Hill Zone know a lot about the... Oh, it's not. Know a lot about the voting machines. Yeah, it's sad. It's close, though. It's 57 to 43. Must have been the wind. Alright. Sonic over Emily. Sad, it sucks. But, like, to his credit, we've had a lot of fun Sonic times. I didn't have fun playing the games, but in retrospect, there are fun clips, doing the Sonic voice and yelling. That's fun. Emily Davis, a bit of a flash in the pan. You don't really remember her that much, besides she slapped the other girl. So, I did put her at a 6 seed. Alright, we have Cloud Strife versus Hercules. Cloud, I did play all of FF7 Remake back in 2021. I did 2 parts of Rebirth before I realized that it's going to be way too long, and the game was way too fresh. Most people were avoiding the streams to play it themselves, which I totally get. Hercules, we played as on 2 occasions, technically. We played as him in the Hercules PS1 action game, as well as the terrible Game Boy game that we did not finish. We did finish the PS1 game. Hercules' main claim to fame here would be Herculade. I always loved when he would pick up a bottle of Herculade. Wow, why is this so close? It's a 2-vote difference between Cloud and Hercules. I meant Huncules. That's right. Thank you, Mango. How could I be so blind? Syl and I have been discussing how much we hate Cloud for like the last 2 weeks. What did Cloud do? I think he's really fun in the Remake Rebirth duology. I think he's even kind of fun in the OG, but obviously him being voiced, I think, gives him a bit more character, more memorability. What kind of fucking Twilight Zone are we in right now? The back third of Rebirth called? I guess he is a bit of a piss baby in that, but I'm not gonna let that ruin, you know, like a game in 2/3 of Good Times with Cloud. Who went moseying? We hate both of these dudes? In fairness, I haven't played Rebirth since it came out, so I don't even remember the extent of, you know, how egregious the Cloud crimes were. But I feel like I remember him being kind of mean to Aerith / Tifa. Maybe both, or maybe not. Oh god, Queen's Blood. Not a fan of that. Okay, the gap is widening a little bit. It's closing a little bit. Yeah, it's widening. I mean, it's obviously Cloud for me, but also not something I would use a veto on. I don't... Wait, Queen's Blood is, like, the chess-ish game, right? Like, the strategy game? I didn't care for it. But that's just me. I don't like those kinds of games, so... I'm not saying it's bad, it's just not for me. Alright, Cloud goes through. Pretty narrowly, though. Might be an interesting matchup against Sonic. I did not expect... I thought it'd be a blowout. I thought Hercules was kind of filler. But let's see. Our next matchup, it's Sly Cooper versus Knuckles the Echidna. Knuckles is one of my preferred Sonic characters, especially in the movie. I really enjoyed the Idris Elba take on Knuckles. I haven't seen Sonic 3 yet, but I really liked him in Sonic 2. Yeah, again, not something I would use a veto on, and I did seed Sly higher. You know, I played 4 games as Sly, so I feel like I'm a bit more attached to him at this point. Knuckles, you know, Adventure 1, and he's there in Heroes, and I think he has a little playable segment in 06, but there's never been... Well, there has been, right? There was Knuckles Chaotix, but I've never played that, nor will I ever on stream. But, you know, you don't really have the opportunity to get as much of a bond with Knuckles, so... where's the poll going? It's, Sly, but it's not a blowout. It's nothing like Rayman versus Big, or, Jimmy versus, Charmy. Which I can't believe I have 1 veto left, and we're not even, like, through the first quadrant, I don't think? It's pretty pathetic. Anyone have any takes they want to stump for Knuckles? Can we bribe me into playing Knuckles Chaotix? I mean, I can't imagine that there's that much material there as, like, an old Sonic game with no cutscenes or voice acting. I feel like I just have a bad time, and that's it. I think Sly has really cemented himself as, like, you know, a solid part of that mid to late era regular PAT programming. Dominated all of 2023. Popped up again for a good stint in 2025. I always enjoyed the Sly games, even though the YouTube comments told me I didn't. Okay, it's Sly. Sorry, Knuckles. Next up, we got Terra and the 2 seed versus Chloe Price in the 15. I know there's a lot of Chloe enjoyers out there. I am not one of them. It's actually a miracle that Chloe made it out of the bottom 16 seeds. There's 4 spots for each seed, so... I mean, it's easily Terra for me. Chloe Price, for those that are unaware that didn't watch the Life is Strange streams, if you know anything about Life is Strange, you probably know that there's a girl with blue hair, lesbians love her. That's really all you need. I think she is, like, so insufferable in Life is Strange 1. I think Before the Storm does a little bit of character, you know, PR for Chloe. There you go. I'm not speaking for all of them. Yeah, sorry, Saul. Terra is crushing. I think Chloe is, like, an actively annoying character. I know Kate Marsh tried to kill herself, such sad, fuck everything. A quote from Miss Price. Terra has not delivered a killer performance of the Tempest, that's fair. Speaking of Jimmy from Ape Escape 2, we have Ape Escape 1 music on right now. Is she more interesting and more a deeper character? I would say yes. I would say over Terra. You know, a lot of the KH characters are not particularly deep to me. I think you can do a lot of fun readings of the characters, but in terms of, like, what's given to you on a surface level, just from playing the games and not having to, like, watch YouTube videos or do, you know, psychoanalyses, Bioroxis style of the KH characters, I think Life is Strange typically does a better job. But it doesn't change the fact that I'd rather hang out with Terra, and Chloe Price is just infuriating, so... no, she was not. Nathan Prescott, this guy...
Another shitty day. ...said get off my crack whore to Max, who will show up in the bracket later. Alright, Terra crushes 78% of the vote there. Moving on. Next up, Riku versus Silver the Hedgehog. Listen, they both have silver hair, I guess. There's some synergy. They've both fought against the main protagonist. Not even close. It's no use. It's no use for Silver here, who did get the 16 seed, because what a whiny little bastard. I just do not give a fuck about this guy. Never stood a chance, I agree. I can't vote for Silver even as a meme. Yeah, I can't either. Should we even run the poll, Dot? I mean, is it even worth the finger calories of typing that out? David, that table! No! Not like that! Yes, sir! David Madsen! Stupid son of a bitch! Let's be for real, says the poll. Silver crushing with... Oh, now it's Riku with 9 votes. It was funny to see the silver bar fill up immediately with the 1 vote, and then 16 votes, 17 votes come in for Riku. 6 for silver, though. I mean, Riku is a contender to win the whole thing. I think it would be a little boring, but I think it's possible. Gotta think about my strategic third veto. Maybe I'll save it. Maybe I'll let whatever happens in the round of 64 lie. Pac-Man World Music. Pac-Man's gonna show up later in this. Alright. Let's put Riku through. Next up, Winnie the Pooh versus Shrek. You know, 2 rotund fellows who live in a fairy book world. We played as Winnie the Pooh in Winnie the Pooh's Rumbly Tumbly Adventure, which was it was a one-off, but it felt like 5 days. It's the 8-9, baby. It's tough. Pooh loves eating honey. Shrek loves eating slugs, I think. What's up, Ruthie? Oh, enjoy. Yeah. I seeded them 8 and 9 because I think they're both pretty cool guys. Obviously, we played as Shrek for the entirety of Shrek 2, the console game, which was only 2 parts. You didn't only play as Shrek in that, you played as all the other Shrek 2 cast. But as a character, I think I have more of an affinity to Winnie the Pooh. I do prefer the Shrek game, but this is not a veto burn situation. So, let's see. The poll does have Pooh in the lead, but it is not that dramatic. A lot of people, the vote count was way higher for Riku versus Silver. I feel like people were more passionate about that. Pooh is pulling ahead. I mean, naturally, I think Pooh has the leg up here as someone who has appeared in Kingdom Hearts, and in a major way, you know? One of the most major Disney characters in the series. Is this a fight, or is this who's better? I think it's who's better. I haven't been grading any of them in terms of fights. Let's see, if we did, though. Sora beats Charlie. Does Chris beat Jack Skellington? I guess it depends on if we're in the Dark World, right? Does Jack have the Soul Robber? Jimmy versus Charmy. I think Jimmy has a lot of gadgets. Charmy's just a bee. Chris solos that twink. Got it. Rayman definitely beats Big. Sonic beats Emily Davis, even with Emily's slapping hand. Oh, does Cloud beat Hercules? Probably not. I mean, Hercules is, you know, half god, but in the KH context, I think Cloud beats Hercules. Does Sly beat Knuckles? I don't think so. I think Knuckles beats Sly in a fight, for sure. Terra definitely beats Chloe, even with Chloe's power of back-talking. Does Riku beat Silver? Silver has, what is it, Psychokinesis? But so do, like, plenty of, I mean, maybe not. A lot of KH enemies have pretty zany powers, but does Riku beat Silver? Shadow beats Silver, and Riku could beat Shadow. Oh, okay. Nah, Silver got that? Anyway, Pooh won, but Shrek would beat Pooh, sadly. But not in this vote. Okay, Steph Gingrich, who I played as for the DLC of Life is Strange True Colors, that was also back in 2021, so a long time ago. She is up against Vector the Crocodile. Again, one of my more well-liked Sonic characters, just from the absurdity of the design, just from the fact that he is a giant, vibrant green crocodile wearing bling and Beats by Dre. But I do think Steph Gingrich is one of the best Life is Strange characters. I think she's up there with Max and Alex. Not that she's, like, particularly deep, but I think she's just very likable and relatable. I really love the DLC for True Colors. I'm just saying all of this knowing that when I click on the poll, it's going to be a blowout for Vector. But I'm not willing to use a veto to save stuff here. Who's this broad? Said Vector about Steph Gingrich. Yeah, man, it's not even close. It's such a blowout. 78% for Vector. Yeah, I kind of knew that would happen. This is how the bracket turns out way differently than it would if I were the sole deciding factor. Because if it were me, I'd probably just advance the higher seed every time, you know, which would make for a boring bracket. So I'm glad we're doing it this way, but I just think that True Colors DLC, the whole game, but the DLC especially, was so cozy. The whole thing took place inside the town's local radio station, and you just walked around and you like did chores and you did your radio show and you had some sound flashbacks. I would play a whole game with Steph with no powers and just talking to people. I think she's fun, but she's no big crocodile wearing Beats by Dre, so Vector moves on. Alright, Pac-Man, we're also getting another Pac-Man song here. This is, I think, Gimme Space? No, Far Out from Pac-Man World 1. Pac-Man versus Espio the Chameleon. Guys, listen to me. Who gives a fuck about Espio, alright? Charmy's cute, Vector's, like, loud and ridiculous. Espio is like, why would Espio be your favorite when you have Shadow and Knuckles right there? That's his thing, he's purple. Pac-Man is one of the oldest surviving video game characters. He comes from 1980, alright? He basically, like, kickstarted the arcade industry. I love Pac-Man World 1. I played it, both its original form on the PS1 and a repack when it came out 2 years ago, 1 year ago. Holy fuck, I think it was 23. Oh, man. Please, can we just be sensible here? Pac-Man was my first... This game, Pac-Man World 1, was my first ever video game. And Espio the Chameleon is not even... He's like a bottom 5 character in Sonic Heroes. Okay? Alright? Pac-Man's got a great Smash Bros. Moveset. Pac-Man is winning, but it's way too close. And I will use a veto, if it comes to it, to save my boy. He's my first platforming and like video game anything, you know? I have undying loyalty to this yellow pizza pie. I'll let the poll run. Hopefully I don't have to waste a veto here. That's right, Fruitoon. I didn't know that one had anything to do with it. Does it? Does me playing Pac-Man World 1 have anything to do with Syl and Fruitoon getting together? Don't do it. Don't do it. Listen, it's not a Pac-Man World ranking. It's a Pac-Man World 1 and repack retrospective comparison thing, which is not even close to being done. World ranking or veto. That's true. That's true. I thought about when Fruitoon said that, I was like thinking about me streaming it. But me playing it in 1999, yeah, that did lead to your relationship, I think. I think it's actually possible. Because maybe if I didn't play that, I wouldn't have been that into video games. What if I played Sonic the Hedgehog 1 first? I would have been like, well, video games are kind of mid. Maybe not. Maybe I'm not into this. Alright, Pac-Man advances. No veto wasted. Thank God. Next up, Bentley, not the Yeti from Spyro, Bentley the Turtle from Sly, versus Mario. At the 11 seed, I played Super Mario Sunshine, which I love Sunshine. One of my favorite Mario games. I mean, it's my favorite 3D Mario platformer. But as a guy, who gives a fuck? Bentley is an icon. He's a sex machine. The voice is incredibly fun. We had 3 games with Bentley. No, 4 games, sorry. I forgot about Sly 4, as many fans tried to do. Bentley even got his own hack pack, a minigame compilation that I did not play and probably never will. Bentley has a big double-crossing cock.
Not double-crossing cock!
Sorry, Esper, I stepped on the bit there. Bentley is winning, but not by a ton. I don't know, it's just like, Mario represents a lot of good games, but as a guy, I just couldn't be fucked to care. I really couldn't. That is true. Bentley is an unapologetic, disabled representative in video games. You don't get that many. Hard to think. I guess Hephaestus from Hades 2 is another one that pops to mind, because that is a recent game. Does Zigbar count as, like, an amputee because of his eye? Is that a legal definition? If you lose an eye, are you an amputee? Is it only limbs? I actually don't know. Mario was in the anti-Mussolini resistance, you entitled millennial. Are we talking about when he lowers and raises the flags at the end of Mario 1, or just because he's Italian? Bentley crushing, by the way. So, Bentley over Mario. Alright, next, Princess Katarina of Gentle Haven, that is her official title, from Disney Princess Enchanted Journey, versus Rouge the Bat. A woman who does nothing but lift other women up, and another woman who does nothing but put other women down. I think it's easily PP of G. PP of GH. Rouge, I mean, come on, man. I think she's kind of fun in Adventure 2. Everything else, I'm just like, what are they doing with Rouge? I don't know if that's like the general Sonic fan consensus, but I just get the impression they do not know what to do with Rouge. And Shadow as well. She's in Shadow and not really leaving a huge mark there. It was really fun in my playthrough of Shadow when she told Black Doom to suck her dick, but there was a bit of editorializing there from me. Princess Katarina, on the other hand, traveled to the worlds of several needy, bossy princesses who would not even speak to her until Katarina offered a helping hand. She solved all of the various problems, taught dwarves how to catch gems in minecarts for a day before they realized that was not an efficient solution for the rest of their time working in the mines. She listened to a lot of steel drums. She's invincible. That's right, she is a girl. The fucking gems! She's a bog slayer, bog slayer extraordinaire. Let's see, what's the vote looking like? Rouge is winning. Rouge is beating Katarina, and now I know that I shouldn't have put all these Sonic characters in, because Sonic fans are just not well. They're just not. And I might have to burn the veto, because I just can't allow this to pass. I might have to burn the veto. And this is the one that I feel the most passionate about. It's a dead tie right now. Rouge sneaking ahead with the vote. I mean, I would love to see in the chat who voted for Rouge. Like, really, show yourselves. I want to apply some kind of badge so I know who we're dealing with. Were you not there for the Deep Edge playthrough? Did you not see how Princess Katarina is a fucking saint of modern times? The dead tie again. What happens if we end with the tie? I think I get to break the tie and it doesn't count as a veto. If we go there. Princess Katarina is like 8. She's like 8 years old, alright? I'm sorry, she's not a fucking thieving bat. I don't think you do, Dot. It's a 1 vote lead for Rouge. And I'm using my veto. Fuck that. Fuck that. You guys hate women. Alright. Captain Oliver versus Murray. I'm all out of vetoes. I knew this would happen. I mean, we have to get through, like, another 4, I think, Sonic characters. And just, like, man, this will not stand. Captain Oliver from Pikmin versus Murray the Hippo. Murray is my least favorite of the Sly Trio. I don't like his various voice and personality changes. It comes off to me as confused and muddled. I don't like the self-aggrandizing. But Oliver is not much of a character. I mean, he is, in his own little way, a character, especially in Pikmin 1. I like reading his journal entries about the Pikmin and his letters home in Pikmin 2. Or I guess the letters come from his family members in Pikmin 2. I mean, I'm not going to be that mad if Murray wins, but he's just not my preferred of the Sly Trio. Oliver is a loving husband and father, which I think Murray totally has the capacity to be that as well. The fuck you mean, have you read his Piclopedia? He has the most personality? I just said that. I just said, like, okay, in the field, in gameplay, he's not crushing it. He's not, like, doing one-liners. He doesn't speak. But in the Piclopedia, he does have some stuff to say. It's kind of fun and cozy and interesting. He's actually winning pretty solidly right now. Really? Where is this energy for Katarina? I shudder to think of who Kid Patty's matched up against. This might be tough. And we did spend way more time with Murray on stream, I will say that. Pikmin 1 was a 2-stream game, and then Pikmin 2 I abandoned. But Murray is in all 4 Sly games, and several of them we play as him, so... but it looks like Oliver's going through on this one. I really did not expect that. I guess the Nintendo fans are stronger than the Sly fans. Although, actually, no. Bentley beat Mario, so I guess, I don't know. That's a surprising result. Alright, we got Spyro. We're playing Spyro music right now. This is Gateway to Glimmer. Spyro versus Chicken Little. Chicken Little, who we played as for totally normal KH2. We did not beat that game. In fact, we actually, when we stopped playing it, we were playing as Abby the Ugly Duckling. Yeah, Spyro is just such a shoo-in for me here. I'm veto-less, so I can't do anything about it if you guys really want to stump for Chicken Little. I mean, he does do work in KH2 as a summon, but one of my least favorite Disney movies versus one of my absolute favorite gaming characters and platforming icons. At least those first three, you know? And Spyro is purple. Whereas this time, I think it works for him instead of working against him, like with Espio. And the difference is, I like Spyro. I don't care about Espio. Alright, this one's pretty much a blowout. We can put that to bed. Spyro over Chicken Little. Next up, Roxas in the 1 seed. Who's our 16 seed? It's E123 Omega. I just have a random grudge against Omega because he's not Gamma. Do we even poll? I mean, who gives a fuck about Omega? Not me. He's the worst character in Heroes by a lot. Roxas hand down. Yeah, do we even bother? There's a reason why it's a 116. No, Titus is going to be a 2 seed, so it's never going to be a 1 versus a 2. It's going to be a 2 versus a 15. Trying to think of who the other 15s are. Oh, I know who it might be. I'll never forgive Omega for not being Gamma. My words, my thoughts exactly. Roxas really needs to stop being in the brackets. Yeah, that's the thing. Roxas is probably going to win this. And surely he's won a bracket before, right? So we're going to have a repeat winner. That muddies up the whole point of the regular bracket winner bracket, which I want to run at the end of March. He did win the popularity poll, yeah. But that wasn't a bracket. That was a video, a main channel video. Roxas versus the flop. Roxas wins. Okay. Next. Moving on. Miles, Tails Prower versus Mickey Mouse. You know that I'm charmed by Tails in Heroes, specifically this. I think if you want, yeah, you can actually do /end poll if you want to, or maybe you can't. I just did it and nothing happened. Or maybe it took a little bit. I see the Tails at 8 and Mickey at 9 just because I've had beef with Mickey in the past, as, you know, misplaced as it was. Tails, one of my preferred Sonic characters again. It's like him, Knuckles, Vector, I guess Charmy a little bit. Like, I have them all above Sonic himself, I think. Of course, Mickey, we played as him for both, well, Mickey's... What the fuck is that game that Barnabas loves? Mickey Mania. Epic Mickey 1 and 2, and Mickey's Magical Mirror, and maybe even another Mickey game that I'm not thinking of. Disney Speedstorm, we raced as him. So we've definitely spent more time playing as Mickey. Big Ol' Bass 2 soundtrack. This is the Amazon Lake. Oh. Tails bailed me out when I fought Zaldin on the Beast Castle Bridge. Mickey would never do that for me. That's true. In fact, he never has. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Tails is beating Mickey pretty handily. Oh, should we run through who beats who in a fight for these other ones? Vector beats Steph. Espio probably beats Pac-Man. Bentley versus Mario. Bentley has gadgets, but he is stuck in the wheelchair. Mario, in his base form, is just a guy. So, does he have a Fire Flower, or, like, power-ups, you know? That one's tough. Princess Patarina versus Rouge. It might be Rouge, sadly. I don't really know what Patarina can do. Like, she has the wand, but I think that's only good on bogs. Unless Rouge is a bog. Rouge the bog. Murray beats Olimar. Spyro beats Chicken Little. Roxas beats Omega. And in the KH context, Mickey beats Tails. But in the regular Sonic context versus the regular Mickey and Friends context, I think Tails beats Mickey. Tails wins that. Next up, we have Ren, Joker, Amamiya. I never knew how to pronounce the actual P5 protag name. I did play Persona 5. I didn't finish it back in 2021. Versus E102 Gamma. Guys, come on. It's the 512. But listen, I know I said that I hate Omega for not being Gamma, but I hate Gamma for not being Joker. Joker's going to bed here? Come on. Okay. My personal Persona protag rankings that I haven't played 1 or 2, but for me, it's you, Narukami, then Joker, and then Makoto. But I like them all a lot. If Charmy were here, he would say, just like Morgana, Joker, you're so cool. Would he say that about Gamma? I don't know. Joker is winning. Slightly. Okay, less slightly now. Gamma shows up once, is perfect, dies, and then they never bring him back. They actually do in battle, but shush. And Joker, I guess he is in several games, right? He's in Strikers and the Q Labyrinth, whatever games. He's a brand now. But think of how much Joker did for Persona just by virtue of being in Smash, you know? Has Gamma done anything even nearly equivalent for Sonic? I feel like Joker getting into Smash, like, it got me into Persona. I didn't give a fuck about Persona until I was like, oh, who's this fucking Joker guy? I don't know. I'd never even heard of him. But then I was, like, aware of Persona, so... Gamma's theme is better than all of Persona 5. I mean, I love Persona 5 and its music, so I can't co-sign that one. But I do like the Gamma theme. Alright, Joker wins that one. Looking cool. We have Max Caulfield versus Blaze the Cat. Oh my god, they both have time powers, right? Or they travel through time, right? And they're both women? That's probably where the similarities end. If Max loses to Blaze, I'm gonna say, no! Really, guys? Like, really? Blaze the Cat? Really? Are you sure? Blaze is my #1 Sonic character? She's not even, like, top 10 for me. She's purple, yeah, I guess. You can make Max wear purple in a double exposure. Which I will say, as much as I hate double exposure, I think Max comes out of it looking pretty good. Like, she's still one of the better parts of the game, you know? Okay, thankfully she's winning. Thank God. Life is Strange, the series, is a complicated one for me at this point, but at the time when I played, you know, True Colors, and then 1, and Before the Storm, I held them very dear to my heart. Now I'm a little iffy on where things are going, but Max in 1, and that little epilogue in True Colors, and again, not True Colors, in Before the Storm, and even in Double Exposure, I think is always such a delight, you know? And yeah, have we not put through... I mean, we have Alex coming up later, but I don't know who she's up against. She might be up against fucking, I don't know, Chippy the Squirrel from Sonic at the 15 seed, and somehow that's going to win. So, alright, Max wins over Blaze. Thank God. Next, we have Ventus, so you'll notice that almost every KH character I put at a 1 seed. And then I put Ven at a 6, because I'm like, I don't really fuck with Ven that much, but he is the star of Project Ventus right now. He is going up against Amy Rose, who I think is pretty fun. I will not be upset if Amy beats Ven here, even though it's Sonic over KH. I think she's fun every time she shows up, and I think Ven is almost never fun when he shows up. So, like, if we're just judging by entertainment value, like, is Ven a more complex character? I mean, barely. I mean, the Union Cross stuff is obviously, you know, giving Ven some extra depth, but, you know, the Ven experience, the Ven journey, I could see appealing to people. He's a sweet little cinnamon roll, but so is Amy Rose, you know? Oh, Ven's winning. Venti Wenti is beating Amy Wamey, as dictated in the poll. But it's close, and the gap is closing. It just goes to show, like, I am a KH channel. Most people here prioritize KH over Sonic. It's still this close between Ven and Amy. This time there's no way out of marrying me. Ven's the type of guy who'd fall for an up dog every single time. So am I, though, and I would hate to be, equated to Ven. I fall for the eye ladies and Sawcon, so, I'd hate to be put in the same basket as Ven. Ven is a wet piece of cardboard. It is 53 for Ven, 47 for Amy. There's still time. This would not be a place where I would burn the veto anyway, so I fall for the pro state. I mean, Amy's an icon just for the lengths she will go to marry. That was just from Jip, though. Jip kept getting me with the tap on the shoulder, and then running away while grittying. It's a dead tie. Thank you, Mango, for the 100 bits. Okay. What do I do? Do I break the tie? Really? Couldn't have been on one that I actually cared about. I mean, I did seed Ven higher, but mostly because of my attachment to the series, and not really the character. Is Vodka here? Vodka, who should advance in the bracket, Ven or Amy? I mean, it's gonna be Amy, right? Will I let more Sonic win? That's a good point. Should I put Ven in for an easy win for Max? I'm going to rescind my offer to let Vodka vote. I want to think about this. I want to think about how I want the bracket to look. There's already... Let's see. Okay. Gamma didn't make it. Blaze thankfully didn't make it. Tails made it. Omega did not. Okay, so Tails... I had to veto Rouge out. Okay, actually, it's Tails, Vector... Is that it? Tails, Vector, and Sonic. I did have to veto Charmy and Big and Rouge out of contention. So yeah, every time I used the veto, it was against the Sonic character. So... But here's the thing, if I don't stop Amy now, there's other Sonic characters still left that could get it. Who's still left? Shadow? Which I wouldn't be that mad about Shadow making it. Depends on who he's up against, though. Who else hasn't shown up yet? I vetoed Big against Rayman, because I love Rayman. Oh, Cream the Rabbit, I think, is still showing up. I think that's it, though. I'm gonna put Ven through. Oh, Eggman's gonna show up as well. Yeah, Sonic's already through. Yeah, I'm putting Ven through. I did seed him higher. I break the tie. I'm drunk with power and with alcohol. Alright, next up, Luigi versus Ariel. Wow, what a matchup of the Titans. So yeah, I played Luigi's Mansion. It was a 2-stream game in the Halloween of 2022, I think. I want to say that was, like, before I got my gallbladder out. Ariel we've played as on 2 occasions. The Little Mermaid game for NES, and the Little Mermaid 2 game for PS1, where it was you played as Ariel and then Melody. I can't remember if Melody survived the cuts that I made, but Ariel is here. Main contribution to the stream culture would be, look, it's Alana's comb! Hey, look, it's Alana's comb! I found your comb, Alana! Luigi, he's my boy. I've loved him ever since I started playing Mario games. If you like Mario more than Luigi, I kinda don't trust you. Luigi has done some great things for the people. He catches ghosts and doesn't afraid of anything. Yeah. Curious to see where the votes are going here. Luigi winning over Ariel, not as conclusively as you would think, but... yeah, I agree. Luigi is way more interesting than Mario. Not even close. We are past the 10-year anniversary of the Year of Luigi, which is kind of crazy. I think it's the 12-year anniversary of the Year of Luigi now, if I'm not mistaken. You're right, that's where regular Pat Lowell comes from. The Toad dropping a stool in the bathroom joke. And then I did that face. He does have a funny melee wave dash. Alright, Luigi beats Ariel. I can't imagine it goes much further, but we'll see. Link versus Piglet. Link, I had to be reminded, I did in fact play as Link on stream when I played Majora's Mask, and I had such a bad time. Really, just such a cool game and concept and vibe, and to play it is cock and ball torture to me. Also cock and ball torture to play is Piglet's Big Game, or whatever it was, which we played 2 streams of for totally normal BBS, and I wore the Piglet onesie. I have slightly negative memories associated with it because that was really hot and uncomfortable. Piglet's cute, though. We had a big argument about him yesterday on stream as to whether or not he's in the big three for Winnie the Pooh, if it's him or Eeyore. I kind of still stand by it being Piglet, because you know what we didn't bring up? Piglet has a movie. He has a game. Eeyore doesn't have either of those things, right? Link is beating Piglet, but it's even less conclusive than Luigi over Ariel. It's actually quite close right now. I wouldn't be mad at either of these. Link is like such a nothing to me. I was always so bewildered back in the day when I would go on GameFAQs every day, and there was this annual character poll that they would do for a good while, and Link would always make it to like the top 4, and oftentimes he would win, and I'm just like, who gives a fuck? Like, he's like a cool design, I guess, but like, who cares? You know, he's just a generic fantasy protag. I mean, I guess he's there as like a self-insert for the player, but I don't know. That shit never really appealed to me that much. Yeah, Link, Cloud, and L Block. I remember the year the L Block won. I want to say it was like 2008, 2007, 8, or 9. Link is hot. Not in Majora's Mask. Chris Hansen on the line. Link is in the lead by 5 votes, so I think we'll close this one down. Alright. Besaid, my beloved, playing right now. No, it's not Besaid. This is, Spirit Unplugged. I don't have Besaid in this. I guess I didn't make my top 100. Cringe. Okay, no, I know, I'm just being a dick. Next, we have Titus. Okay, we're gonna see. We're gonna see who Titus is up against. We are playing FF10 music right now. Titus versus, oh, thank God, Jabib, my playable character from Pokemon Emerald, the Nuzlocke. I only put him in it because, like, we spent a lot of time playing Pokemon Emerald. But he's not a character. You could use him as, like, a vessel for, you know, all of the Pokemon that we captured and led to their deaths. Trying to think of some of the fallen victims. Nacho's the Puccina? Oh yeah, because it was Nachos, like Gnaw with a G. Nachos, Spiders, the Wormpole. I think Spiders might have made it into a Cascoon. Techno, the Magneton. Here's the thing. The thing about Jabib from Pokemon Emerald is that he never forgot about bisexuality, whereas Titus has. That is a bit of a knock against Titus. I mean, Titus is like... He might be my favorite video game character. I mean, he's my favorite protagonist. I'd really have to think about, like, other characters that he might go up against, but I just love him. I love him so much. I identify with him. We have a very similar outlook, I think, on things, and lack of patience and desire to get things over with. So, alright. Titus crushing. Thank God. Again, I did not, like, assign the matchups. I literally just plopped the seed lines in. So, I did not know Titus would be up against Jabib. Not even the fun Jabib. The other Jabib is coming, I think. If I didn't cut him. Alright, next. Aqua versus Datasora, baby! Let's go! I put Datasora as a 16 because I fucking hate him and I hate Recoded. Thank God. It's a freebie for Aqua. That makes me feel so happy. Don't even run the poll. Right? Right? Do we have to? It's being ran. 7 shameful votes for Datasora, though. Just to grind my gears, you would think. Orange theme playing as I realized that Aqua gets to just advance over Datasora automatically. Shut it down, Dot. We're good. We're good to go. Alright, I think this is the last quadrant. Here we go. Spore Jabib versus Shadow the Hedgehog. You know what? I meant to get images for some of these more obscure characters, but I'm going to see if I can pull up the Spore playthrough. Regular Pat, Spore, stream. I don't anticipate Spore Jabib will win, but I do want to show his likeness. If I can just find him in the character creation. Oh, they're disgusting. Yo, Mango, thank you for the 15 money. Speaking of cock and ball torture, that leads to swollen genitals. Then your nether will be attacked by its... Hey! Hey, I don't think so. Here's Jabib. Let's get him up on screen here. But thank you, Mango. I appreciate that. That's not the timestamp I had. What the hell? I wanted, like, the front view. Well, here's the tribe. Here we go. I don't know if that was his final form, but that was my Spore Jabib. I gave him one big, long, spindly penis leg. How did he end up? I think we had him floating at the end, yeah. Although he would just kind of plop along on the ground. Oh, what'd that mouth do? Yikes. He's taking a lot of forms here. Look how concentrated I am. What am I drinking? Oh, it's one of my water bottles with the iced tea pack. Anyway, yeah, the many forms of Jabib. Let's check in on that vote. Shadow crushing Spore Jabib. I hate to see it, but I kind of anticipated that. I did seed Shadow as one of the higher Sonic characters. Alright, Alex Chen versus Dr. Eggman. Alex Chen, one of the most charming individuals I've ever had the pleasure of playing as in a video game, versus Eggman, whose thing is that he likes eggs and robots, and he has a mustache. I kind of know where this is going to go, and if I had a veto, I would use it here, but you guys had to push me on those other Sonic characters, so I'm a prisoner in my own home, and I've accepted that. Eggman just absolutely obliterating, just one of the most pleasant characters depicted in the video game. Sucks. Life is Strange True Colors, that's for the diehards, that's for the old heads. 2021, the fall of 21, I believe. Very comfy times. One of my favorite stream series. I still hold it very close to my heart. I've been chasing the high of that ever since. I really thought Double Exposure would give that to me, and it did not. It did for a little bit. Oh, wait, what am I saying?
Ought lose to that yellow blob.
Did I do that right? Sorry, Jimmy.
To lose to that yellow blob. Shadow.
Alright, fine. Sucks. Pajama Sam versus Cream the Rabbit. Pajama Sam is an icon, okay? Pajama Sam is the embodiment of childhood for me, I think, you know? Like, we're talking whimsy, we're talking imagination. I need you guys to do me a solid on this one, okay? Because who the fuck is Cream the Rabbit? What has she done for you lately? You know? Yeah, Pajama Sam is Bobby Hill. He's Spinelli from Recess. Pajama Sam is a little guy as well. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Thank God. You almost killed your father. Cream the Rabbit gets you put in jail in most countries. That's a great point. You shouldn't be doing that. You can dress up in pajamas and call yourself Sam all you want, and there's no repercussions. So, and fun fact about Pajama Sam, in Sonic Adventure 1 Director's Cut, you can actually see him flying away after you exit the casino level. Alright, thank God people have seen the light. Pajama Sam over Cream. We have Yuffie from, Chiefly I played as her. I don't know why Chiefly is my word of the day today. We played as her in the 7 Remake DLC that I played long after it came out, in preparation for Rebirth. She's going up against a Ratchet, who is just, like, such an asshole. I'm sure he's fine in the other games, but as a character, I really didn't care for him when I played Ratchet and Clank. I know that's, like, the point. He's got a little edge to him, but I feel like he was just so rude to Clank. And Clank is just, like, my precious little baby bean, you know? I don't think he deserves that kind of lip from this fucking Lombat, right? Is that what he is? A Lombat? A Lombax, right? I think Yuffie's really fun. I think she's fun in KH. I think she's even more fun in the remake series. Yuffie's crushing. Good. Good. I don't care about Ratchet. Liked the game fine enough, but as a guy, he can kick rocks. Kid Patty, Patarina's brother, versus Melody from Little Mermaid 2. I did keep her. Both children both not that great at walking. Kid Patty confined to a skateboard. Melody, even though she grew up on land, I remember playing as her, and you would think she'd be a lot more comfortable in the sea. Yeah, we played as her briefly in Totally Normal KH2. Only half the game was Melody. The first half was like just Little Mermaid 1. Mango, thank you for the 29 months. Probably we're gonna keep it to the OST that I have on right now, or rather the playlist. I don't want to complicate the music here, keep things on track here, but thank you. Yeah, it's Kid Patty. I mean, Melody has never even heard a Real Big Fish song, even though she, you know, spiritually is a fish. Kid Patty crushing, good. People don't even remember Melody, and for good reason. Thank God. Okay, getting some wins here. The Blooket Giraffe versus Dylan from The Quarry. The Blooket Giraffe is the character I have played as by far the most on stream. It's him and then probably Sora, but I have spent so much time operating the Blooket Giraffe. The only character that I have to wrest control from when the other chatters try to take him from me. But Dylan is fun. He's the character nominated by the chat to be the representative for the Quarry. He loses an arm, at least in the first playthrough. I think in the beefening he kept his arm. I think I got him killed in both playthroughs, though, didn't I? Whereas the Blooket Giraffe will never die. I can understand Blooket Giraffe not doing well because, you know, that's mine. I don't let you guys really even look at him. But he is winning, actually. The Blooket Giraffe is winning over Dylan. Because I don't think the Quarry... I think the Quarry hits hard for, like, a certain subsection of viewers. I think most people that watch the second channel or the Twitch channel don't really care about the Quarry, but the ones that do are very passionate, you know? I care about the Quarry. I'm passionate about the Quarry in a hatred way. I don't like it, but I love to hate it, you know? Yeah, alright, I guess it's gonna be the Blooket Giraffe. I'm kind of surprised. Did you go back and watch? Oh, you did, T-Mac? That must be a weird experience to watch me play it a second time and then go back and watch me hate it in different ways at the start. Alright, the giraffe goes through. Coming to the end here of the first round. Kyrie versus Sleeping Beauty. Sleeping Beauty, the protagonist of Quest for Sleeping Beauty, which, you know, her famous line, oh dear. I guess they both do sleep a lot. Really just Kyrie in one. I guess she sleeps in Melmem as well. But both known for sleeping, both princesses. This is not the Disney Sleeping Beauty. This is Quest for Sleeping Beauty, which we did play as a stand-in for Enchanted Dominion in Totally Normal BBS. I'll be kind of mad if Kyrie doesn't win, just because who gives a fuck about the character of Sleeping Beauty from the shovelware game that has not even a score on Backlogged because almost no one's played it. I might have one rating from me. Let me check on that. Quest for Sleeping Beauty. 2006, I think? Yes, 2006. For PS2, it has one rating, and it is from me. And it is half a star. It's on 6 people's lists. So when you see the giant tower of votes for 1, that's just my 1 vote. This game is unknown to most of humanity. Oh, okay, so I said it's in 6 lists. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those lists are mine. And it's actually inaccurate because it's also on Soup and Scribble's list. And it's just so funny. Look at this. So our own Soup and Scribbles made this list. It's called the top 50 worst games ever, and it's just these 2 alternating. So I only found that by clicking on this game's page and then going to lists. And so here's all the lists it said. Most of them are mine. Games I've beaten, games I've streamed, a ranking of games I've streamed, the games I've streamed. My 2006 games ranked, these 2 people, and then the bottom 50 worst games I've ever beaten, and then Soup and Scribble's top 50 worst games. That's very funny. You gotta get Spyro to the Dragonfly in there as well, but That's just my opinion. Alright, Kyrie decisively wins with 90% of the vote over Sleeping Beauty. Alright, yeah, with that, we move into the round of 32. Things are probably going to speed up a bit here, but maybe not. But probably, right? Sora versus Chris from Deltarune. I'm not, like, the biggest Sora guy, but I think I gotta put Sora over Chris here. Oh, wait. And while you guys vote on that, let me go through the actual battles for these characters. Joker... Does Joker beat Gamma? Yeah, right? Even if we're in regular Shibuya? Right? I kind of forget how Persona 5 logic works, if they can only do cool stuff in the palaces. That might be a tricky one. Max versus Blaze. Ooh. Can Blaze, like, go back in time, like, at will, like Max can? Or can she rewind like Max can? But, like, Max still needs to, like, have the fighting prowess, so it's probably still Blaze. Only in the metaverse. Okay, so it might be Gamma. Ven versus Amy, it's Ven. Luigi versus Ariel. I guess it's Luigi. Depends, are we in land or sea? That's tough. Link beats Piglet, Titus beats Jabib, Aqua beats Data Sora, Shadow beats Spore Jabib. Eggman does beat Alex Chen, but Alex will know all about Eggman's feelings as Eggman kills her. Cream the Rabbit probably beats Pajama Sam. Yuffie beats Ratchet. Kid Patty beats Melody, just because he has a skateboard. The Blooket Giraffe beats Dylan. And Kyrie beats Sleeping Beauty. Okay, and as for our current poll, it is Sora over Chris, 68%. Yeah, that's expected. I'm all out of vetoes, man. I can't believe this. Jimmy from Ape Escape 2 versus Rayman. I do go Rayman here. I would assume the chat does as well. I feel like Ape Escape is pretty niche. It has its fans. I know. Shout out to, Syl, SKB. But I feel like Rayman has a larger place over Ape Escape in, popular gaming culture. Certainly over Jimmy the character. So, let's see. Oh, speaking of Luigi from earlier, we've got Luigi's Mansion staff credits. I really like this. It just makes me feel happy. Freaky Monkey 5 stand for life. Yeah, I do quite like the Freaky Monkey 5. You got Monkey Pink, Green... No, not green. Pink, blue, yellow, red, and white. Yeah. They didn't give green one. Pink is not a color of pants for the monkeys, so I was always, befuddled by that. They never made a green one. Right? No. White Monkey has the green monkey goggles, though. This is very confusing for non-Ape Escape fans. Anyway, Rayman goes through. He's cooler. He's more important to gaming culture. I agree with that. All right, Sonic versus Cloud. This is a matchup you might have seen on those GameFAQs character polls. I would expect Cloud to go through. That's where my vote would go. I'm not even, like, the biggest FF7 knob schlobber, but, like, it's hard to deny that Cloud Strife and FF7 are just, like, enormous. Like, they're gigantic for gaming. And I think Cloud as a character has always been way more interesting than Sonic. But that's not the kind of game that Sonic is, so I get it, but, can Sonic go super? Oh, if we're doing a battle? Yeah, by the way, Rayman beats Jimmy and Sora beats Chris. In a battle, if Sonic can go super, he probably beats Cloud, right? He might even beat Cloud if he can't go super. It is a dead tie for Sonic versus Cloud. Cloud pulls ahead by 1, by 2. By 3. I would rather play as Cloud in Smash. I'd rather play against Cloud in Smash. I hate playing against Sonic. I think most people do. I think he's just so annoying. I think Sonic's moveset is garbage. It's just there's like 3 moves where he rolls into a ball. Like, fucking A1 stuff, guys. I know he was kind of a rush job for Brawl, but they never thought to, like, I don't know, fix him. They, like, made tweaks to, like, Ganondorf or Mario. They gave Mario Flood. Like, what are we doing? Unsubscribes, unpatreons. Speaking of Smash, Fountain of Dreams. You can have these two fight on Fountain of Dreams. I just dropped my engagement ring. Because I was fiddling with it. Alright, Cloud is in the lead by 5 now. So I think we can shut it down. Really exciting to have Sonic die here. Pat complaining at the start that the Sonic fans are going to ruin everything, and meanwhile most of the Sonic characters are losing polls. They would have won against 3 of my faves if I didn't use my vetoes, okay? Charmy would have beaten Jimmy, which it shouldn't have mattered because Jimmy died in round 2 anyway. Big would have beaten Rayman, and fucking Rouge the Bat would have beaten the sweetest girl of all time, Princess Katarina of Gentlehaven. That's why I was worried. Rightfully worried. Alright, next. Cloud advances. Sly Cooper versus Terra. Pretty easily Terra for me, but I could totally understand people preferring Sly. The Sly has a larger body of work. Honestly, Sly probably a better written character. He just has more stuff to him. More background, at least. You don't have to say that he's better written, but you definitely have to say that, like, he has a more fleshed out backstory. But let's see. Alright, Terra is crushing. I mean, we're KH people. We're gonna gravitate to these things. I'm fine with ending that one there. That's not coming back. And I co-sign it. Riku versus Winnie the Pooh. Sad that these two have never met, you know? I guess it's not really... I mean, it's not that it's not possible, right? If fucking Donald didn't stop Riku from joining the party... Then again, Sora doesn't let Donald and Goofy go into the book with him. Why not? Did they just not want to? Are they not able to? Like, they never explain why Sora's by himself. I get why, narratively... That it's, Xehanort, you missed your trivia. We did your trivia today. I get why, it's because, like, Sora is a stand-in for, Christopher Robin. But I don't know why it has to be a solo, adventure, like, lore-wise. Oh, Pooh is winning. Pooh is beating Riku by 1 vote right now. Yikes. I mean, I like Pooh. I like my man Winnie, but Riku's got the greatest arc in all of fiction. It's tied. It's a dead tie right now. I did not expect this. I kind of thought Riku would crush. Now here's the thing. It's Rumbly Tumbly Adventure is where we played as Winnie the Pooh versus, you know, Dream Drop for Riku. I mean, I guess he plays him in Recom as well in 3, but... You know, mainly Dream Drop is where you get the bulk of your Riku playtime. And obviously Rumbly Tumbly is better. No, it's not. Rumbly Tumbly is on my bottom 50 worst games. But Dream Drop is probably in my bottom 100. So, it's still a dead tie. They both got an extra vote, and now they're tied at 16 apiece. Okay, Riku pulls ahead. I just don't want Riku to win number 1 overall. Don't worry, that'll be Roxas. You know, Roxas is still down there in the back half of this bracket. You might have to put Riku there just so Roxas has maybe a harder battle. You know? Like, now I'm realizing now that Roxas is... Oh my god, Pooh beat Riku. He beat it by 1 vote. Alright, I mean, listen, if we're talking pop culture, Winnie the Pooh is one of the biggest names on the board here. It's probably like... It's probably Mickey, Mario... Do you put Pooh above Pac-Man? Probably. He's definitely, like, top 5, so... Alright, moving on. Vector the Crocodile versus Pac-Man. For me, it's Pac-Man easily, but he is up against one of the more entertaining Sonic characters, I guess. I don't really have to relitigate I Love Pac-Man, first video game, first protagonist. Vector, you know, he's fine, but... Vector has no shot. Okay, Pac-Man is winning by 4 votes. The Sonic fans are very fickle, you know? They're not going to ride or die for just any old character. Although, actually, it's tied up right now, so... And Vector is winning. Okay. That's like the first time I've seen a considerable lead be overtaken in these polls. Yeah, Vector is winning by a vote. And now it's tied back up. I don't know what's happening. Vector is the size of an average human mother. I liked it that why is the human a mother for this size comparison? Over the yellow ball with the mouth. He's not just that. He also has boots and gloves. He's always had that. Everyone always says, oh, Pac-Man is literally just like a pizza slice, which he is in like the arcade game. But even on the arcade cabinet, there was illustrations of Pac-Man with limbs, you know, and a face. Boots with the fur, even. It's a 3-vote lead for Pac-Man now, but I guess I'm going to leave it open because Vector crawled back before earlier in the poll. Pac-Man does have a family. I think Vector probably ate his family. I think that's probably what happened. I think he's on the run, and that's why he started this little Team Chaotix as a sort of a business venture to give him some funds as he evades the law. All right, we're putting Pac-Man through. I'm happy about it. Sweet 16 for Pac-Man. That's not bad. Bentley versus Princess Katarina. See, this should be the first tough matchup for Princess Katarina, but she only got through by the grace of my third veto. I mean, again, I seeded Kid Patty and Katarina at 3, and I stand by that. I will probably always vote for them over the low seed. So that's where my priorities lie. But let's see what the people think up against our beloved Turtle Bentley, who I also like. I like him a lot. But Princess Katarina saved all of Gentlehaven. I guess Bentley, like, saved the world a couple times, right? Bentley the Turtle from the Sly quadrilogy. I know, it's hard when he's up against royalty, you know? Katarina crushing. I just don't get why this isn't a closer battle. Like, the fact that this could have been Bentley versus Rouge, if not for me. She's crushing. Alright. Let's put it to bed, then. Let's put Katarina to bed in her stupid bed with the canopy thing. That I don't know what that does, but it makes you feel pretty when you sleep in it, I guess. Katarina is peak. I agree. Alright, Captain Olimar versus Spyro. It's a 2 versus a 7. I love the Pikmin franchise. Again, as a character, I think I'm going to prefer Spyro over Olimar. I think, again, games-wise, Spyro just has the first 3, and then everything else is pretty much schlock. It's like schlock to bad, somewhere in that range. Whereas, you know, Pikmin, you got 4 great games and 1, like, mid-3DS game. So I know where I'm going if we're judging by their franchises. But for characters, it's pretty easily Spyro. He's got attitude, but not in, like a shitty or ratchet way. He's got a little bit of spunk, a little bit of spice. And even, like, I feel like even the 3DS game, I haven't played it, but I've seen footage of it, and I'm like, okay, if you just know that this isn't typical Pikmin, it's probably not that bad, but I'm curious. What does it have on Backlogged? Hey, Pikmin. I'm gonna guess it has a 2.9. It's 2.4? That's really bad.
Is this quaint?
Curious. Okay. Would I be amused or annoyed if there was a Spyro 4, but on the condition that Tashi Station the Dragonfly returns as a major character? I would be amused, and I'll take anything. Like, Crash can replace Sparks for all I care. If that's what I need to do to get Spyro 4, like, Crash can kill Sparks, and I'll allow it. And Crash can float around Spyro as his health indicator. Hey, it's Tashi Station! And hey, Captain Olimar didn't get nearly enough votes! So Spyro advances. Roxas versus Miles Tails Prower. I got sound bites for both of these lads.
What's going on?
Ah!
I think that's it. Yeah, 1 Roxas, 1 Tails. It's Roxas for me, but, like, it's gonna be so lame if Roxas wins the bracket. Even though, like, I guess he is my favorite, besides Titus. Okay, if it comes down to Roxas versus Titus, it's easily Titus for me. But it's probably Roxas at a solid number 2. Like, I do like Roxas as a protag more than Sora, Riku, Aqua, you know, Ven and Terra. Let's see, what's the chat thinking? It's Roxas right now, but it's considerable I'm gonna leave it open because Tails is only 5 votes behind. 4 votes. How long is this multi-man melee? 16 minutes, that's why it's been on for so long. Alright, we'll skip to the next song. Rayman Arena, Rayman's theme. A lot of representation, synergy between the bracket and the soundtrack. 4 vote difference still. Roxas versus Tails. Roxas in the lead. Tails is he more stream iconic? I mean, the Days playthrough, I feel like there was a lot of fun Roxas bits. I did a lot of Roxas voice acting for that playthrough. That comes through a lot in the Days ranking video as well. I actually straight up recycled a lot of bits from the playthrough and put them into the scripted video. But Tails does have that scream though. And that's, you know, the more iconic soundbite for sure. Still, and that's a 5 vote difference. I think we do have to give it to Roxas now with only a few seconds left. Probably just a coronation the rest of the stream for Roxas, but we'll see. Next, we got Joker versus Max Caulfield. Yeah, if we're going, again, my seed lines usually don't lie in terms of my preference. I think I do go Max over Joker here, but I would struggle to imagine that the chat will go the same way. Who did Joker beat? Joker beat Gamma, and Max beat Blaze. So they both triumphed over 2 lower tier Sonic characters, I would say. I mean, I prefer Gamma over Blaze, but... yeah, I think Max has more character to her, obviously. Joker is, you know, by most parts, a silent protagonist. Gamma's a better character than Joker. Yeah, I mean, in terms of character, maybe. Because again, like, you're doing self-insert shit for these Persona games. Okay, Max is winning. Max No is my favorite thing in the world. I feel like that applies to, like, at least 5 other people in chat. That's so funny to me. Alright, Max advances with a 9-vote, 10-vote lead over Joker. Alright, Ven versus Luigi. It's so easily Luigi for me. Please don't let Kingdom Hearts cloud your judgment. I know that happens a lot, all the time, to all of us. But, like, let's be realistic, okay? It's Luigi. Ven's never had a year. Luigi had all of 2013 on lock. He made 2013 his bitch. And some of 2014, too. Because I think they extended the year of Luigi, like, past a year. It was kind of dumb. But I was all for it. That was like, oh my god, vindication for Luigi, you know? I remember playing, every time I play Mario Party, I play as Luigi, and my friends or my sister would be like, why are you playing as that fucking bitch? Because he's got more personality than, like, most of the other cast of characters combined. You put Mario, Peach, fucking Wario, Bowser, Toad, Yoshi in a blender, they're not gonna compare to Luigi. You can put all their personality traits together, it's still just slop compared to Luigi. He's crushing. Alright, hopefully my impassioned speech helped. Alright. I'm happy. Link versus Titus. Guys, it's not even fucking close. Like, it's not even close. Yes, I'll run this poll. I'll end this one and run this next one. Which fella? They're both blonde, right? They're both blonde swordsmen. Yeah, I mean, you can take every incarnation of Link, again, put them in a blender. It doesn't even come close to Titus for me. Titus is just the man. Titus, you know, whatever. I say Titus still. It is Majora's Mask Link by definition of the bracket, I guess. If we're just taking into account, you know, the state in which I played as each character. And Titus is also, like, a bit of a self-insert, because technically you can name him anything, and they never say his name in 10 or 10-2. But even though he is a technically nameless character in the game, he's just got buckets of personality. Like, he's really not a self-insert. I really don't even know why they let you name him, because they just went out of their way to make him so himself. Alright, it's a 4-vote difference. Really tempted to just close it off now, but I didn't for the other votes that were that close, so I will let it run. We're going through protagonists of games that I've played on stream, so usually good guys, but sometimes you get like a Chloe Price or an Eggman villains. Oh boy, the gap is closing, widening a bit. Ooh, bacon, 1 to 49 as a little intermission. 13, you got it. We'll let this poll end. Actually, I'll start the next poll and then I'll start kazooing. Alright, Titus wins. Thankfully, it was pretty close. The road might be dire up ahead for him. I don't really know who he's going to go against, but Aqua versus Shadow the Hedgehog. They both have spent a lot of time in the darkness. I'll run that poll now. Very easy for me. I'm going to let the Kingdom Hearts blind me, as it should in this case, because it lines up with my preference. Which Darkness Dweller while I play 13 for Bacon's Kazoo. Raise Your Glads. That is Raise Your Glass by Pink 2010, which I thought that song was a lot newer, but what can you do? Also, that felt so loud for me. I bet it was so loud for you. When will Aqua get a year? Before Shadow, hopefully. I guess Shadow kind of... Was Shadow Generations like part of a larger Shadow thing? I guess him being in the movie was also... Yeah, that's true. I think 2017 was kind of the year of Aqua, right? Just because she was playable in 0.2. Let me put this Pink song away, and I'll look at the poll. Bow, bow, bow. Alright, alright. It is Aqua in the lead by 1 vote. Ooh, guys. What is happening? What's going on? I thought we were KH fam. It's so close. Dead tie. Aqua pulls ahead. Alright. Aqua's in the lead by 3. Makes me happy. Listen, Shadow's fun. I had fun, like, you know, with the Shadow character, especially in Shadow the Hedgehog. But I mean, Aqua, she's kind of an icon. Obviously, Shadow is a bigger icon in the gaming sphere, but I think Aqua should mean more to us in this irregular Pat space. All right. I mean, I will say, as a protagonist for a stream game, I think Shadow has given us more, but we're not really going off of that for these matchups. Eggman versus Pajama Sam. Just the sweetest little lad versus Eggman. Again, it's pretty easily Pajama Sam for me. Really should have cut some of these Sonic characters, but if I did, we'd be replacing them with like Aladdin and fucking the Tron 2.0 protagonist, fucking Alan Wake, you know? So I figured it's better to have the Sonic characters. Oh my god, look at this vote difference for Eggman. Oh, it's closing a little bit. Guys, you have no whimsy, no joy. Oh, come on. The state of this chat, the absolute state. Oh, it's not even close. I mean, it's kind of close, but... Oh, this is for sure where I would use a veto. You guys make me sick. Guys, play Pajama Sam. Even if you're like a full-ass adult, it still holds up. It's just so charming. I guess I'll leave this open in hope against hope. I mean, it's 57 to 43% for Eggman right now. Ugh. Eggman is just such a nothing to me. He's just like every other mad scientist character. Whatever. Oh, I did what my heart wanted. Okay, Eggman over Pajama Sam. Sadly. That is so cringe, but... Yuffie versus Kid Patty. You know, I'm not mad if you guys want to put Yuffie through, but I think Kid Patty has done so much more for the stream than Yuffie ever did, or ever could, frankly. Spoopy Nether asking for the ban. I mean, really, like, Eggman, Dr. Wily, fucking Frankenstein, they're all the same guy to me. Ah! I've seen that. I've seen that a million times. I've seen one Pajama Sam. Maybe you could argue Tommy Pickles, a little bit of Pajama Sam there. But I think there's a case to be made. Boom, boom, boom. Kid Patty winning by a little. Would love to potentially get the Kid Patty Patterina matchup, because I would literally be choosing between my two children, and I don't know what I would do. You know? I think a Mad Scientist could be fun if it's not played like the straightest that it could possibly be played. Which I feel like the examples I listed are, you know, all of that. I mean, I've never read Frankenstein, but I feel like he's sort of the progenitor of the trope. Kid Patty in the lead by 1. Force the child vote. We have the power. I mean, technically this is a child vote as well. I feel like Kid Patty is somewhere... I mean, he's 29, 27 when we first played as him. Yuffie, I think, is like 15, 16. So, very different child range ages. But it's a battle of children. It's a kid fight. Victor Frankenstein in the book is mainly characterized by being incredibly whiny. I did not know. Patterina is still in contention. Calling on the power of my fusty tuna. Kid Patty brought us Floppy Tilapia. Alright, it's Kid Patty. The Blooket Giraffe versus Kyrie. Well, I have to go Kyrie, but I love my giraffe. I love him a lot. He's never done me wrong. Neither is Kyrie. It's really Kyrie gets done wrong by the powers that be. Oh, I should clarify. The Blooket Giraffe, I was not referring to this. I mean, this is sort of like... If there was like a Toys to Life thing for Blooket, you would place this on your Amiibo scanner, and it would blip into the Blooket. This is the physical manifestation, I guess, of the Blooket Giraffe, but I mean, like, my Blook that I choose, my avatar when I play trivia. Again, by far, the most played as character for me. Ooh, it began with a letter. But Kyrie did triumph. Ultimately, she was the character that defeated Armored Xehanort in the 10-hour battle against him. I thought it would be with Sora, but it ended up being Kyrie. Two powerful women. Wow, the Blooket Giraffe is crushing. This is dire. Guys, you're gonna make us all look really bad. You guys are out of your gourd. You're voting for a PNG that's like, it's just like a little soft rounded square. I did it off stream, but I recorded it. It's still viewable. It would take, like, we need, like, the cavalry to come in to get Kyrie to win this. It's kind of crazy. I really thought she was gonna destroy the giraffe. Because, I don't... You guys... I play as the giraffe, and you don't even see it for most of the trivia. How could you guys even have an emotional attachment to the giraffe? I thought this was gonna die in round 1. I totally thought Dylan was gonna beat the giraffe. But, okay. That's what you guys want. I might have vetoed that, but I can't. Alright. The Sweet 16. Here we go. Sora versus Rayman. Okay. Rayman, great run. I love him. Not against Sora, though, right? Even in terms of the stream context, there's just no version where Rayman wins this. I mean, in terms of a character design, I think I prefer Rayman. I think he's just cool as hell. But, you know, what are we doing? Alright, we can end that one dot. It was like a 70%, 71 for Sora. We're gonna probably be cruising now. We got Cloud Strife versus Terra. This one could be interesting. It's a 3 versus a 2. Cloud at the 3, Terra at the 2. Maybe I zoom out a bit so you can actually see the names. According to my seed lines, I go Terra, but I kind of put Terra at a 2 just because, you know, he's a KH character that I like. All the KH characters that I like were 1 and 2 seeds. Then I had Ven at a 6 and Datasora at a 16. I think as a character, I do ultimately prefer Cloud. So this is Kingdom Hearts Terra. Only games that I've played on stream. I've never played FF6 on stream. It probably could be fun. I agree, Olau. The Canaran fucks me up. 5 ways to Sunday. Let's see. Which pretty fella? Cloud is winning by a little. I'll let this run. Gap is widening. Don't let the propaganda fool you, vote Terra. That's true, the sticker book. Again, if we're going by stream lore and, like, personalities on stream, it's pretty easily Terra. Cloud has not even been played on this stream since 2021. Very, you know, olden days, scant audience back then. Very small wish. The banger. It's close. It's a 1 vote difference right now. My mentally ill King Cloud. If it goes to a tie, I have to pick. And that might be tough for me. That might be the one time I might override the seed line. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I have... Is this the OG? Yeah, this is the OG. Very small wish. Although it was uploaded in 2013, but it's using the old crusty KH album art. This is the original. By 1 vote, it is going to be Cloud. Alright, the 3 over the 2 there. I don't hate it. I'm totally fine with that. Pooh versus Pac-Man. Both yellow fellas who love eating. Yeah, I mean, I have an undying loyalty to Pac-Man, but I think Pooh is great. I think he's, you know, a cuddly, affable little guy. Wow, people are cheering for Pooh. I don't hate it. I get it. I think I'm happy with Pac-Man making it this far. In terms of stream presence, I mean, I've spent more time playing as Pac-Man, but I think the amount of time that I played as Pooh for that fever dream of a rumbly-tumbly stream probably left a stronger impression on the stream psyche. So, Pooh did beat Riku. He might be the only one who can stand up to Roxas. So, Pooh solidly over Pac. Good night, sweet prince. I love you, Pac. The Pac is not back. Alright, Princess Katarina of Gentlehaven versus Spyro the Dragon. It is a 2 over the 3, because I love Spyro. But that's my daughter, okay? It's my daughter and also me in an alternate timeline where I'm girl. Oh, that's tough. I really don't know. I don't know where your guys' loyalty lies. I don't know where my loyalty lies. Spyro 1... Actually, no, I think I played Spyro 3 before I played Spyro 1 or 2. But among my first, like, 10 video games ever, so... Dot wrote Behave. Kind of a tight race here. Katarina is in the lead. And again, I guess these are both... I was going to say Spyro is old news, but we are playing as him right now for Enter the Dragonfly. So he's actually newer news than Katarina, technically. But, you know, the bulk of my Spyro playing experience on stream was back in 2021. Katarina, for those unaware, from Deep Edge, which we played in August, September, I think. Highlights for Halloween. Y'all were fucking worried about Roxas sweeping, and now y'all are rooting for a Katarina sweep, so what now? I mean, I think we kind of have to try to avoid the Roxas sweep. Like, I love him, but does he need another? You know? Spyro was kind of my entire childhood that isn't KH. That kind of applies to me as well. I think it's going to be Katarina. I'm not mad at it. She kind of deserves it. Okay. We have Roxas versus Max Caulfield. No! No! How did I get stuck with this shitty matchup? No! Why is he even here? I don't understand. I can't make this choice! Well, yeah, I mean, I myself would vote for Roxas. I just don't feel good about it, you know? Which fella? Yeah, it's Roxas. Solidly in the lead right now. 64 to 36. I need to call my mom after this. Because, I don't know... I said we were going to stream on Saturday, but she texted me right before stream asking when we were coming up, and we did not really discuss that. So, there might be a stream on Saturday, or there might not be. Basically, I have to call my mom and confer with RF, so... I will... If you don't hear from me on Saturday, that means there's no stream. That's basically it. Okay, should we just put Roxas through now? It's not that much of a gap. Oh yeah, I love Snowball Mountain. It's 60-40, but it's 21 votes to 14 votes. 22 to 14. Alright, let's put it to bed. Did it. And Luigi versus Titus. I would not be mad if Titus lost here, but he does ultimately mean more to me as a character. As a stream personality, he's definitely a bigger presence. Yeah, if you don't hear from me on Saturday, assume the worst. That's safe to assume. I wouldn't be mad, because, you know, Luigi, I just stumped for him so much. I can't just, like, pretend I didn't mean any of that, because I did mean it. But I mean all the nice stuff I said about Titus more, so... let's see. Luigi is in the lead by a vote, and now it's tied. I just think, like, again, if we're factoring in, you know, stream presence, we're not referencing Luigi. We are not doing Luigi quotes or Luigi's Mansion callbacks or bits. We still do Titus voice. We still do Titus quotes. We have a Titus sound drop.
Like I care.
I should probably have more. But it's up to you guys. It's your bracket. My vetoes are gone. I am beholden to your takes at this point. But if you don't put Titus through, I'm gonna run through a fucking brick wall! You can vote for me, and I should win, so you should just do it! 1 vote difference. Titus in the lead. I do love a Titus voice. A little bit of Gilbert in there, a little bit of Doug Walker, Iago. I just said Gilbert, Bentley. A lot of shared synergy there in the vocal cords. My old man! And again, I love Luigi. He's my favorite Mario character. I like Waluigi a lot, too. But that's, like, my stupid like, okay? Luigi's a genuine like, and Waluigi is a stupid like. So... it's a 2-vote difference. I'm gonna let it run. There's a couple seconds left. Casino City. Shout out to Jimmy. You know why you hate the crabs? Because you're weak. I said it! You have the attention span of a fucking walnut! Here's the thing, though, Titus would hate the crabs. Like, if Titus were to play Cage 3, he'd hate the crabs. I need food! I say it to myself all the time. Alright. Aqua versus Dr. Eggman. Can we be real, folks, for a second? Katarina is a self-insert character, but she at least talks. She talks more than Link, okay? And frankly, she talks more than Kid Patty. If we're talking about, like, measuring characters, there's more character to Katarina than Kid Patty. We kind of built some lore for Kid Patty that he is, like, he was abandoned, he was orphaned, and he tries to make Mr. Salty love him by doing Fusty Tunas. Is Eggman more entertaining? Sure. But where are we right now, folks? This is a regular patch stream. Look at the fucking branding. I guess there's not that much, actually. It's really just the Fleur de Lisas on the bar here. And that's not even strictly KH. I think I talked with Keynote about this back in 2021 to make it so that it's not purely KH so I don't get in trouble. But then we just do, like, you know, for the holiday overlays, there's just tons of KH shit on there. The Floor of Lisas, yeah. Aqua winning by 4 votes right now. And again, easily Aqua for me. I do like the Eggman song. I'm still in the process of ranking every lyrical video game song I've ever heard, and I do like I am the Eggman, that's what I am the Eggman, I got the master plan. It's kind of fun. But okay. Aqua goes through on this one. And we have Kid Patty versus the Blooket Giraffe. 2 self-inserts. It's easily Kid Patty for me this time. You know, if Kid Patty and Patarina are my children, then the Blooket Giraffe is my pet, and you gotta pick your kids over your pet, okay? The building is burning down. I can only take 2 of the 3. I'm sorry, Blooket Giraffe. It's Kid Patty and Patarina. But let's see where the votes lie. My name is Eggman. Don't forget my name. real Flames. What's his name? I forgot his name. Flames Hotman from Undertale. I love this track, Mango. Battle with Spectre. I remember like bumping this at my grandma's. my Uncle Tiny would watch me play Ape Escape 2 on the fucking CRT, and I would go to the jukebox in-game thing, and I would put on Battle with Spectre or Casino City, and I'm just fucking having the night of my life. A very cherished memory for me. Blooket Giraffe might be able to beat Roxas. Wait, who's winning this one? The Blooket Giraffe?! Were you guys not around for Dessa? What is going on with the Blooket Giraffe? The Dark Horse is the Dark Giraffe, rather, of the stream. Blooket Giraffe in the lead by 3. I mean, I think Kid Patty is just leagues more important and entertaining, you know? What's going on?
What's going on?
I've never seen the Blooket Giraffe bust a Fusty Tuna, or a Japan Air, or a... what are the other stupid names of tricks that you can do? I can't think. Kid Patty losing is criminal. I mean, he's a 29-year-old, like, deformed skater who's trying to fit in with the Extreme Skate crew. He travels to the Pride Lands and follows the piss trail. 3-vote lead for Blooket Giraffe. What are y'all gonna do when we get to Patarina versus Blooket Giraffe? Judging from this, they're probably gonna vote for the Blooket Giraffe. Kid Patty murdered Ryan. This is horrid. Again, this would be a veto for me, but it is the Blooket Giraffe with 3 more votes than Kid Patty. It's your bracket, folks. Alright. We got Sora versus Cloud. Well, we've seen this matchup in Kingdom Hearts and Smash Bros. And probably... Actually, no. The GameFAQs character poll, Cloud beats Sora handily. I mean, I could see it going either way. I'm not really that mad at either outcome. We are at the Elite 8. We'll end a little early today. Because I can't imagine the Elite 8 takes another 50 minutes, but... Let's see. Oh, Sora crushing. Crushing Cloud. Okay, put that one to bed. I thought it would be a little bit closer. These results continue to surprise me. Alright, we have Winnie the Pooh. I can't believe Winnie the Pooh is in the Elite 8. Versus Princess Patarina. Both very loving and caring souls. Easily Patarina for me. Again, as a character, Winnie the Pooh is very fun. In the context of the stream, I played as Pooh for 3 hours 2 years ago. I mean, I played as Patarina for like maybe 6 to 7 hours 3 months ago. So, you know. But my loyalty lies with my children. Kid Patty's already dead in a ditch. It's Pooh over Patarina right now. Is that where we're voting for Pooh because he beat Riku, so it can't be for nothing? Because Pooh beat Riku by 1 vote, I think. He's currently beating Patarina by 1 vote, and now they're tied. Now it's a dead tie. 12 apiece. Okay, another one for Pooh. Tied back up. Deepedge needs your help. Please give your credit card number to her. Aid is casting their vote for Patarina. Thank you, Aid, for the 23 months. And the support for the administration of Gentlehaven. No, Aid. Yes, Aid. Pooh is in the lead by 4 now. By 3 now, by 2 now. Patarina catching up. I really wish I could have the polls on screen for the VOD people. There's probably a way to do it, but I don't know how to do it. Pooh in the lead by 3. This is kinda trash, guys, I have to say. Thank you for the 100 bits, Bacon. Really? The regular patch stream protagonist bracket? That's what this is called, by the way. And Winnie the Pooh is gonna beat Patarina? Again, we decided at the start this was your bracket, your polls. If you insist. I guess some people just weren't around for D-Pedge. They didn't get the glory of Patarina. But by 2 votes, it is gonna be Winnie the Pooh. That's an L. That's a huge L for the community. Okay. Roxas versus Titus. So, I knew this matchup was fucking coming, and, like, it's Titus for me. And this is where I should have saved my veto. Oh, actually, wow, I just found, wow! It's a super veto. This is a veto that I'm allowed to redeem in the Elite 8 to do whatever I want. Look at this! Oh man, I guess I get to use it. I guess I get to redeem my super veto. Right? I think I have a super veto. I think I have a hidden immunity idol or a knowledge is power. The hourglass twist. Coaches entered the game. Get ready for a takeover. It's a fake merge.
Crossing. God.
It's actually dead tied. It's a dead tie. End the poll so it's tied. Don't end the poll. Titus ahead by 1, okay. Pog, okay. Roxas and Titus tied again. Roxas up by 1.
Guys, you gotta do it! Just believe!
Believe in the heart of Xanarkand! Please! Don't get me wrong, I love Roxas. He's one of my favorite Kingdom Hearts characters. But Titus is like my favorite video game protagonist, I think.
But I want everything! I want to win the bracket! Roxas wins everything! Come on! We don't even talk about Roxas! We don't!
Oh, this is such a bummer. Like, did I expect this? Yes, but I thought there'd be a little more resistance, a little more fight from the Xander Canadians, you know? Time is dripping out, a little bit left. 2-vote lead for Roxas. You want another Roxas W? You want Roxas to win this again? Again? Please vote for Roxas, else I'll never go $10 mode again. I'll go broke. I'll die. I'll die destitute. 1 vote difference. You can tie it up, Anonymous. Lurker, you can do it. You can do it. You can make this interesting. You can make it interesting. You can do it. You motherfuckers. Chalk, chalk, chalk. Chalk, chalkity chalk. Chalk zone. Aqua versus the Blooket Giraffe. I don't even know if I care anymore. My veto's gone. We said 3 vetoes. I'm a man of my word. There's no super veto. We should have set firmer parameters for the exercise. Because in no universe does Roxas have a bigger footprint on the stream than Titus. And frankly, then again, and by that logic, the Blooket Giraffe should probably be where he is right now. Probably. Maybe I should have kept Big, yeah. I shouldn't have burnt a veto on Big versus Rayman. Can we super veto? No, put the poll for Aqua versus Blooket Giraffe. I'm rigging it, let me cook. Everyone says no to the super veto. Titus tried to kill himself. Such sad. Fuck democracy. At this point, I need the Blooket Giraffe to win. Because what were we doing, folks? We spent an hour yesterday figuring out who would be in this bracket. I spent an hour this morning putting the bracket together. And we spent like 2 hours doing the bracket For Roxas to win? Really? You know, again? Like he wins everything. The Blooket Giraffe crushing Aqua. Let's put it to bed. It's not even close. Alright, welcome to the Final Four. Sora versus Winnie the Pooh. Go ahead. Do your best or worst, I guess. I don't know. Aqua won't beat Roxas, but Blooket Giraffe could. It's gonna be tough for me to accept any other outcome. Dragon Roost Island to my beloved. Your chat is filled with gay emos. Yeah, I thought maybe Cloud would go a little bit further, you know? Who else is a gay emo? Steph Gingrich. Chloe Price, frankly. Chicken Little, famously. Alright. Pooh is crushing Sora. Even though I do think, you know, we do a Sora voice every now and then. I think Sora has a bigger place in the stream consciousness than Pooh. Are we being, like, brigaded? Is that what's happening? Are there just, like, Russian assets in the chat today? Off the rails bracket, and I am beholden to it. Alright, there's just no coming back from that for Sora. So we're deciding who goes up against Winnie the Pooh in the championship match, and that's going to be either Roxas or the Blooket Giraffe. So, go ahead. Oh yeah, okay. Doc, can you set up Roxas versus Blooket Giraffe while I litigate who would win in these fights? We have to go back quite a ways, I think. Okay. Rayman beats Jimmy. Sonic beats Cloud, I think. Terra beats Sly. Riku beats Pooh. Vector beats Pac-Man. Again, Bentley's tough. I think Bentley probably beats Patarina just with the tech. Spyro beats Olimar. Roxas beats Tails. In the metaverse, Joker beats Max. In real life, Max beats Joker. Ven beats Luigi. Titus versus Link. Depends on the Link. My heart wants to say Titus. Shadow versus Aqua, that's tough. I really don't know. I feel like Shadow going Super Shadow might beat Aqua. Eggman beats Pajama Sam. Yuffie beats Kid Patty. Kyrie beats the Blooket Giraffe. We're talking about in fights right now. Sora beats Rayman. Cloud beats Terra in Final Fantasy, but Terra beats Cloud in Kingdom Hearts. Pac-Man beats Winnie the Pooh. Spyro beats Patarina. Roxas beats Max. Titus beats Luigi. Aqua beats Eggman. Kid Patty beats Blooket Giraffe. Sora beats Cloud. Patarina beats Pooh. Roxas beats Titus. Aqua beats Blooket Giraffe. Alright. And of course, in a fight, Sora beats Pooh and Roxas beats the Blooket Giraffe. The vote... Oh my god, Blooket Giraffe crushed Roxas. Are we saved? In the lamest way, by the way. Like, if we were gonna do this, folks, we should have made it be Kid Patty or Patarina. Alright, so the championship match is Winnie the Pooh somehow... Not Zach, number from 1 to 48. Versus the Blooket Giraffe. I just don't get why you guys stumped for the character that you see me whine over at the start of stream and then never see again. 32, you got it. Blooket Giraffe just crushed. Okay, the the champion of the regular protagonist bracket is the Blooket Giraffe. I didn't expect this. I'm glad it's not Roxas. Okay. It's because I whine? I'm just like Victor Frankenstein. Okay, well, there you go. That's the bracket. Blooket Giraffe will enter the bracket of bracket winners at the end of March 2026. I think we're close to, if not maybe even a little bit over 32. I'm not sure where we're at right now. I'll have to go back and look at the list. But we're pretty close. I think the giraffe would win in a fight against Winnie the Pooh. If it's a whole giraffe, if it's just the head, I think Pooh would win. Alright, I'm gonna play the kazoo for not Zach. 32 it was. Love the Fairy Council music from Rayman 3. 32. Me when Titus loses. Crawling by Linkin Park. The KH1 Secret Ending. 2000. There you go. What a time, folks. What a stream. What a Thanksgiving Eve it was. Thank you so much for hanging out and for arguing with me over who should advance in this silly little bracket. Quite a walk down memory lane, and there's no group of people I'd rather have done it with. With that, we will be ending a little early today, but I hope you guys, if you're celebrating Thanksgiving, have a happy and safe one tomorrow. I currently have date and time TBD for Spyro Enter the Dragonfly. It's either going to be Saturday or probably Sunday. If it's not Saturday at 4, it will be Sunday at 6, I would assume. I have to talk to my mom and see if she expected us to come up this weekend, because we did not talk about that. But sometimes your mom hits you with the text and you're like, oh, okay, she thinks something's happening that I had no idea about. So you gotta corroborate stories. I gotta talk to RF about that and see what we're doing. So if not Saturday, then Sunday. But again, have a happy and safe Thanksgiving. Be safe, be kind, be courteous. Don't be stingy with the stuffing and the mashed potatoes, all right? I'll see ya. Take it easy.